Welcome back to my channel. If you thought the Christmas gift drama was intense, wait until you hear about the jewelry box. Sources from Flagstaff are spilling that Kody Brown has gone to completely new and frankly desperate lengths to regain control over the narrative with his estranged daughter. Word on the street is that Kody allegedly sent Truly a piece of jewelry for a recent milestone, claiming it was a treasured heirloom from Grandma Janelle's collection, a sacred Brown family artifact meant just for her. But here's the twist. Truly didn't just send it back quietly. Insiders reveal that she included a photo in the return package that exposes the truth. This wasn't from Grandma's jewelry box at all.
Nope.
It came straight off Robin's Pinterest board. Kody tried to play the nostalgia card, but he forgot one very important thing. Truly has the internet. She has eyes. And most importantly, she knows exactly what's sitting in my sister-wife's closet. Before we dive into the savage note Truly left inside that box and the explosive fallout happening right now at the McMansion, smash that like button and subscribe to Sister Wives Crew. We are tracking every move in the downfall of Coyote Pass, and you do not want to miss the latest on the brewing college fund war. To understand the magnitude of this rejection, you have to grasp Kody's desperation. The returned Christmas gift left a gaping wound in his ego. For a narcissist, a rejected gift isn't just an inconvenience, it's a total denial of their reality. When Truly returned those presents, she was telling him loud and clear, "You cannot buy my compliance." So what does Kody do? He pivots. He moves from transactional gifting to manufactured sentimentality. He's trying to fabricate a history that doesn't exist, something to bind Truly to him. He wants her to feel the weight of ancestry, the obligation of bloodlines. He assumed that by framing this gift as a sacred family heirloom, she wouldn't dare return it, because rejecting it would insult the ancestors, not just him. According to insider reports, the jewelry arrived with a heavy handwritten letter. Kody's lie? That he cherishes Truly's heritage. He wrapped this gift in an elaborate story about legacy, reportedly telling her she is the princess of his kingdom, inheriting the crown jewels, a desperate attempt to buy relevance with a fake backstory. He needed her to believe she was special, chosen, and that this piece of jewelry was an unbreakable bridge between them. But Kody underestimated Truly spectacularly. He still sees her as the little girl clamoring for his attention. What he failed to realize is that Truly is smart, observant, and has watched everything. She's seen the behaviors, absorbed the lessons, and has the investigative skills of a seasoned detective. Here's the shocking truth about where the gift allegedly came from. Insiders say it wasn't an heirloom at all. It was leftover stock from the failed jewelry line My Sister Wife's Closet, the same business that drained the family pot years ago. The venture Robin pushed as her dream, while Janelle worried about finances and Christine was left to clean up the mess. Kody tried to manipulate history. He tried to manufacture legacy. But Truly? She sees right through it. And now the Brown family saga has another explosive chapter. Rumors have been swirling for years that the McMansion basement is overflowing with boxes of unsold inventory. While Kody Brown told the other wives he was away on essential business trips to secure gold and silver investments to save the family from financial ruin, insiders now say the truth was far more mundane and shocking. Kody was reportedly hoarding unsold inventory, shuffling boxes around, and scheming to sell items nobody actually wanted. Picture this. Kody descends into the basement, famously nicknamed the Churro Chateau storage facility, and starts shopping through Robin's failed business assets. He pulls out a heavy silver necklace, maybe with a heart or claddagh design, something that vaguely looks antique if you squint hard enough. He polishes it, finds a fancy velvet box, and spins a story that it belonged to his mother, Grandma Janelle. In Kody's mind, Truly would never question it. He imagines her overwhelmed by the honor of receiving a family treasure, rushing back to Coyote Pass in tears of gratitude. But Kody forgot one very important detail. The protagonist here is Truly Brown. When the package arrived, she didn't just accept the shiny object. She didn't put it on, look in the mirror, and fantasize about being Daddy's favorite. She investigated. She recognized the design. It felt familiar, but not in a nostalgic way. It felt commercial. The aesthetic matched something she had seen before, likely in reruns of the show or archived online. She realized her father wasn't giving her a piece of his heart. He was giving her a piece of Robin's debt. She saw she was being used as a dumping ground for Robin's leftovers. This was the ultimate betrayal. It wasn't just a cheap gift. It was an attempt to rewrite history. Kody tried to gaslight Truly into believing that Robin's costume jewelry was a sacred family artifact. He insulted her intelligence. He tried to make her feel special with something that was literally collecting dust in the basement. Truly immediately saw the truth. She was an afterthought in Kody and Robin's narrative. Now, here's where it gets juicy. Truly allegedly took the necklace, did a reverse image search, or scrolled through archived photos of my sister-wife's closet. And there it was, not on Grandma Jenny from the 1950s, but listed online in 2014 at a jaw-dropping markup, or even worse, in a photo of Robin herself wearing it. The most shocking piece? Truly reportedly found a screenshot from season 6. Robin, sitting on the couch in a confessional, wearing that exact necklace while boasting about how hard she works for the family. Kody actually thought he could take a prop from Robin's wardrobe, a symbol of favoritism that contributed to the family's collapse, and pass it off as a peace offering to his daughter. Mind-blowing. This move shows a staggering lack of self-awareness. In Kody's mind, Robin is the center of the universe. Anything associated with her is sacred. He's conflated Brown family history with Robin's personal history, acting like the family only began when Robin entered the picture. By gifting Truly this necklace, he was trying to brand her with Robin's symbol, but Truly rejected it. She didn't just tape the necklace back in its box. No, she made a statement. Truly printed the screenshot, grabbed a red marker, circled the necklace on Robin's neck, and shipped it right back. No emotional letter. No begging for an apology. Just undeniable proof, staring Kody in the face. This wasn't just a rejection, it was an exposure. Truly was saying, I see you. I know exactly what you did, and I am not buying it. Imagine Kody's panic at the McMansion. He's probably pacing, expecting a thank you note, rehearsing a speech to welcome back his prodigal daughter. Then he opens the box. Not a loving letter. Not a note of gratitude. A red-circled screenshot, accusing him silently. The silence must have been deafening. Kody is no longer the benevolent patriarch. He is exposed. And the one doing it? His own daughter. This brings us to the pivotal moment, the infamous pawn shop ultimatum. And this is where things get truly dark. Whispers are circulating that Robin didn't take this lightly. For her, this wasn't just a rejected gift. It was a direct attack on her taste, her business, and her standing as the matriarch. Sources say Robin is reportedly spiraling, claiming theft or destruction of property simply because Truly handled the precious merchandise. It sounds absurd, but anyone who's watched Robin knows she has cried over less. To her, that necklace was valuable inventory, a potential asset. Truly treating it like garbage? A direct insult to Robin's vision and hard work on her jewelry line. And Kody? His reaction is even more concerning. Instead of shame, instead of realizing he messed up, he's reportedly going vindictive. Rumors suggest he's threatening to withhold financial support, specifically Truly's college fund, unless she accepts his gestures. The message? If she can't respect the family treasures, she doesn't deserve the family funds. Kody is trying to legally mandate gratitude. He's trying to put a price tag on a relationship. But here's the million-dollar question. Does that college fund even exist? For years, the family finances have been a mystery. Money was moved around, loans were taken, and the family pot was drained to fund the mansion and failed business ventures. Is Kody bluffing? Or is he actually willing to hold his daughter's future hostage because she refused to wear Robin's old jewelry? The psychology here is fascinating and terrifying. Kody cannot handle indifference. He can handle anger. He can handle tears. But he cannot handle being laughed at. And that's exactly what Truly did. She turned his grand gesture into a punchline, exposing the wizard behind the curtain. His magical heirloom? A cheap prop from a failed reality TV venture. By doing this, Truly stripped him of his power. To understand the depth of this insult, we need to go back in time to the foundational lie Kody has been selling for over a decade. The necklace isn't the whole story. It's evidence of the family's financial collapse. Longtime viewers remember the chaos of the Vegas cul-de-sac years, frantic energy, constant hustling, and the birth of the infamous My Sister Wife's Closet. Kody pitched Robyn's jewelry line as the golden ticket, claiming it would secure the family's legacy and retirement. He demanded support, labor, and capital from Mary, Janelle, and Christine, women who had balanced real budgets for years. But here's the shocking part. Sources now suggest that during his so-called business trips, Kody wasn't meeting investors or securing gold and silver deals. He was managing the fallout of a failure in real time. He was allegedly shuffling unsold inventory, moving it into storage, hiding the fact that nobody wanted to buy Robyn's Scooby-Doo pendants and clunky silver hearts. When the family moved to Flagstaff and finances were scrutinized, questions arose. Where did all that stock go? It didn't disappear. It went straight to the McMansion basement, the infamous Churro Chateau. Far from just a home, insiders claim the lower level is stacked floor to ceiling with boxes labeled My Sister Wife's Closet. Thousands of dollars of sterling silver, tarnishing in the dark, while Kody screamed poverty to the other wives. Which brings us back to the necklace. Kody didn't go to a jeweler. He didn't consult an artisan. He didn't even go to a department store. He allegedly walked downstairs, into the hoard, opened a dusty box from 2015, and pulled out a piece of unsold stock, 10 years old, failed to sell, collecting dust. To Kody, this was efficient, an asset lying dormant that he could use to buy affection. He rebranded it in his mind, stripped it of context, overlaid a story of ancestry, convinced himself that because Robyn designed it, it was now a sacred relic. He completely ignored reality. This necklace symbolized favoritism, money wasted, and family division. It was a gift wrapped in neglect, a symbol of the resources that should have gone to Truly's real needs, like medical bills or college, frozen instead in these tarnished silver trinkets. And he wrapped it all in a fabricated story about Grandma Danielle. This is where it gets truly sinister. By invoking his mother, a woman who actually lived the principle of plural marriage with dignity, Kody tried to guilt Truly into compliance. He tried to weaponize the dead. His strategy? This is a Brown family treasure, he thought, and Truly would be too young, too naive, or too respectful of tradition to question it. He was banking on her ignorance. He assumed the kids didn't talk, didn't know the history, hadn't seen the spreadsheets. But Kody forgot one crucial detail. Truly was raised by Christine. Christine, the wife who finally woke up. Christine, the woman who learned to laugh at the absurdity of Kody's demands. Truly has been watching. She is the overlooked protagonist of this entire saga. While cameras focused on the older kids' rebellions or the younger kids' cute moments, Truly observed. She saw how Kody treated her mother. She saw the favoritism towards Solomon and Ariella. She saw the time he almost let her die of kidney failure because he was too distracted. Truly has a lifetime of receipts stored in her memory. So when this package arrived, Truly didn't see it as a desperate daughter craving her father's love. She saw it through the eyes of a detective examining evidence. She didn't just see a necklace. She saw a motive. Picture the moment the box was opened. Truly, in her room in Utah, surrounded by the calm of the life she's built, sees the return address. Coyote Pass. Tension immediately sets in. Another lecture? A legal threat? She opens the package. Inside, a velvet box and a letter. She reads the letter first. My dearest Truly, this piece represents the bond of our family, passed down heritage, legacy. The words are heavy, flowery, classic Kody brown word salad. Sacred. Principled. Kingly. A knighthood bestowed in metal and ink. Then she opens the velvet box. Truly is modern. She has an eye for aesthetics. She knows what vintage heirlooms look like. They have patina, weight, and craftsmanship that speak of a different era. What she saw in that box. Shiny, brittle, mass-produced sterling silver. The distinct, clunky design Robyn is infamous for. A swirly heart for the wives, a phoenix rising from the ashes, or some doodle cast in metal. It looked like clearance bin jewelry from a mall kiosk, not something Grandma Jennielle would have worn on the ranch. Here is where Truly's brilliance shines. A different child might have been confused, but Truly is chronically online in the best way. She knows the lore. The internet archives every second of her family's life. She didn't put it on. She took a photo, and then she went to work. Truly needed proof. She scrolled through the archived website of My Sister Wife's Closet, a graveyard of failed jewelry lines preserved by fans on Reddit, blogs, and wikis. And there it was, the sterling silver bond of hearts, listed back in Season 5. Price? $149.99. Status? Out of stock. Moved straight to Kody's basement. But finding the product listing wasn't enough. Kody could still spin it. Grandma Jennielle inspired this piece, he might claim. We made this to honor our ancestors. Kody is a master of the spin. Truly needed a smoking gun, a direct link to Robin. She started digging through episodes, pitch meetings, exposés, confessionals. Then she found it, the holy grail of evidence. Season 6. The family in the thick of the jewelry business drama. Robin on the couch, tears in her eyes, talking about sister-wife unity. Around her neck, the exact same necklace sitting on Truly's desk. The context? Perfect. Robin likely complaining that the other wives weren't working hard enough or that nobody was buying her jewelry. And there it was, the very symbol Kody tried to pass off as a sacred family heirloom. Truly didn't just reject the gift. She exposed the truth. She held a mirror up to the delusion. And in that moment, Kody's plan unraveled completely. The necklace was more than a trinket. It was a symbol of Robin's martyrdom. The very necklace she wore while actively driving a wedge between Kody and the rest of the family. By sending this specific piece to Truly, Kody was asking her to carry Robin's baggage, to adorn herself with the symbol of the enterprise that made Christine feel less than and made Janelle worry about putting food on the table. A slap in the face disguised as a caress. But here's where the story shifts from tragic to triumphant. Truly didn't cry. She didn't internalize the rejection. She mobilized. She printed the screenshot. She drew a thick, undeniable red circle around Robin's neck. Nothing fancy, just brutal, cold facts. This was the death of Kody's control. He relies on controlling information, being the narrator of the family history. But Truly used his own medium against him. She brought receipts to a fight. The necklace went back in the velvet box. The photo went on top. She taped it shut. Printed the label. Returned to sender. No note. Silence. The loudest noise a narcissist can hear. You are not worth my words. You are only worth the evidence of your own lies. Imagine the scene at the McMansion. Kody sees the package. For a split second, he thinks he's won. Maybe she's sending it back for resizing, or, as a thank you, he calls Robin. Look, Truly sent a package. I told you the heirloom angle would work. He opens it, and there it is. Robin's face. Season's Robin. Younger, crying, wearing the necklace, red circles staring back at him. Deafening silence. Not just a rejection, it's exposure.
Kody stripped bara.
Robin's matriarchal fantasy. Publicly undermined. Sources suggest Robin spiraled. To her, this wasn't just a returned gift, it was theft or destruction of property. A necklace that sat in a basement for 10 years suddenly became sacred inventory. Kody, ever the protector of Robin's ego, latched onto this narrative. Truly became the villain. Ungrateful, destructive, disrespectful. The absurdity is peak Brown family logic. And then comes the pawn shop ultimatum. Rumors claim Kody threatened to withhold Truly's college fund unless she accepted his tokens of affection and apologized to Robin. Relationships as transactions. Gifts as leverage. Money as control. But here's the catch. Does the fund even exist? Or is it another empty threat, like the heirloom itself? Insiders suggest the vault is empty. The money long gone, spent on McMansion upgrades, art, and Robin's precious moments figurines. truly saw through the smoke and mirrors. She knows the real value comes from hard work and genuine love, not manipulative gifts or financial threats.